Earlier this week, I was reading a story about a group of tourists from the United States who were traveling through Poland, and they had heard about a rabbi who was famous for his wisdom. And it just so happens they received an invitation to visit this rabbi at his house. So when they arrived, they were shocked to see that the rabbi's home was no bigger than a small room. It was filled with books. There was a table and a bench. "Where is all of your furniture?" asked one of the tourists. "Where is yours?" replied the rabbi. "We're just visitors here," he answered. "As am I," said the rabbi. Lovely. So I hope that we can carry this wisdom with us, that we are all just visitors on this beautiful, mysterious planet. And as we move into the holiday season, we not get too wrapped up with the things of Christmas, but rather we rediscover perhaps the spirit of Christmas, which is the joy and the beauty and the magic of being with one another. So as we light this chalice, may we remember or be reminded that we are all a part of the same human family, heart to heart, hand to hand. And with that, we welcome you to Whoville and hope that you enjoy this dramatic reading of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
A sunny, cold December day begins as Grinch and his dogs, the Maxes, sit in their cave on Mount Crumpet looking down onto the town of Whoville. Happy Who families and friends decorate inside while little Whos play outside.
Every Who down in Whoville likes Christmas a lot.
But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not.
The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now please don't ask why.
It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right.
Cover your hats and shoes were too tight.
But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Whos.
Staring down from his cave with a sour, Grinchy frown at the worn-lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stocking.
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow he knew.
All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then...
Oh, the noise! Oh, the noise! Noise, noise, noise! That's one thing he hated.
The noise! Noise, noise, noise!
Then the Who's, young and old, will sit down to a feast.
And they'd feast, and they'd feast.
And they'd feast, 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 feast.
They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who's roast beast.
Which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least.
And then they do something he liked least of all.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand.
And the Who's would start singing. They'd sing. And they'd sing.
And they'd sing. Sing, sing, sing. I would like to invite everyone in the congregation who are willing and able to stand with us and sing a favorite Christmas carol, Deck the Halls. You can find the lyrics in your order of service. Now the Grinch just would not, could not let all these happy Who's ruin his beautiful day.
And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas,
the more the Grinch thought,
I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?
then he got an idea.
an awful idea.
The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat. Then he and the Maxes crept out of their cave, rubbed their hands together, rubbed their paws together, and got busy.
And he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat.
And he chuckled and clucked.
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like St. Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found.
Did that stop the old Grinch?
No!
The Grinch simply said.
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
So he called the Maxes.
Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of each doggy head.
Grinch looks all around and spots an old sleigh, somehow full of bags. Grinch's day is made. He and the Maxes pull this way and tug that way till the sleigh is free.
Then he loaded some bags.
And some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh.
And he hitched up the Maxes.
Then the Grinch simply said,
Giddy up!
Grinch and his dogs were out of there. High in the sky, they flew towards the sleepy town of Whoville. What did the Grinch think he was going to do? The sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town.
All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air.
All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care.
When he came to the first little house on the square.
This is stop number 1.
The old Grinchy claws hissed.
And he climbed to the roof, empty bag in his fist.
Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch.
But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch.
He got stuck only once for a moment or two.
Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who's stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings
He grinned.
are the first things to go.
Then he slithered and sunk with a smile most unpleasant.
Around the whole room, and he took every present.
Legos
And bicycles.
skateboards.
And drums.
Blocks.
And dolls.
You said no.
Popcorn. And candy. And he stuffed them in his bag.
Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed his bag up the chimbley.
Was the Grinch finished? Was he satisfied with all he took? Of course not, for he can never have enough. Then he slunk to the table.
He took the Who's feast.
He even took the Who pudding.
He took the roast beef.
He cleaned out food as quick as a flash.
Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash.
Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 31.5 foot pole. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. You're a mean one.
Now you would think that by now Grinch had more than enough, but no. He stands in the middle of the room looking for more Who stuff.
And now,
grinned the Grinch,
I will stuff up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove.
When he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove,
He turned around fast and he saw a small Who.
little Cindy Lou Who.
Who was not more than 10.
The Grinch had been caught by this Who daughter, who'd got out of bed for a cup of cold water.
She stared at the Grinch and simply said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick, he thought of a lie.
He thought it out quick.
Why, my sweet little girl.
the fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here.
And his fib fooled the child.
Then he patted her head and he got her a drink and sent her to bed.
And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up.
And still, the Grinch was not satisfied.
Then the last thing he took was the log of their fire.
Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar.
On their walls, he left nothing but hooks and some wire.
And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse.
Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses.
Leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses.
It was 1/4 dawn.
All the Who's still abed.
All the Who's still snooze.
Grinch knew he and the dogs had to scurry up and away, as the Who's would soon be awake on Christmas Day.
When he packed up his sled,
Packed it up with their presents.
The ribbons.
The wrappings.
The tags. And the tinsel.
The trimmings.
The trappings.
3,000 feet up.
Up the side of Mount Crumpet,
he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Have yourself as a golden days, happy golden days of yore. Oh, you're once more. Through the years we all will be together. In the face of Tabala, hang a shining star upon the brightest bar, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Grinch is very proud of himself, sitting in his cave, so happy with what he has done. And the Maxes high-five because they flew so well.
Pooh-pooh to the Who's.
He was Grinishly humming.
They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise
Grinned the Grinch.
that I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow.
It started in low, and it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. But it sounded merry.
It couldn't be so.
But it was merry. Very.
Grinch and the Maxes could not believe their ears. They could not believe their eyes.
He stared down at Whoville.
Grinch popped his eyes.
Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Without any presents at all.
He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came.
Somehow or other it came, just the same.
And the Grinch, his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow.
Stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags.
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought.
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
And what happened then?
Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
His heart grew so huge, he knew just what he had to do.
And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load in the bright morning light.
And he brought back the toys.
And the food for the feast.
And he himself, the Grinch carved the roast beef.
Welcome Christmas, bring your cheer. Cheer to all the Who's and people far and near. Christmas Day is in our grasp, so as long as we have hands to clasp, Christmas Day will always be, just as long as we have we.
Welcome,
Christmas while we stand, heart to heart and hand in hand.
Christmas come this way. Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Talking about Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. So lowly, meek and mild. New life, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen to the angels sing? I say glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. He was born by the angels, born in a lowly manger. The Virgin Mary was his mother, and Joseph was his earthly father. The three wise men came from afar. He was heralded by a shining star to see King Jesus where he lay in a manger filled with hay. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Talking about Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. So lowly, meek and mild. New life, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen to the angels sing? I say glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Talking about Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. So lowly, meek and mild. New life, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen to the angels sing? I say glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Jesus, my Jesus. Oh, what a wonderful child. Talking about Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. So lowly, meek and mild. New life, new hope, new joy he brings. Won't you listen to the angels sing? I say glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Glory, glory, glory to the newborn King. Oh, what a wonderful child.
So the number and variety of forces that can feel that they're pulling us apart can be overwhelming. And what we are doing here when we come together is to build those connections that pull in the other direction and pull us together. And especially on this night with this wonderful Grinchy evening, there are a couple of people who have been pulling extra hard in our circle towards the center, pulling us together. Janet Haas and Jason Bender, can you please come up? Thank you. We come here because we want to be part of something that is bigger than ourselves. And at our children's Christmas service on this night, our children came together to be part of something that was bigger than each of them individually. And because of all of these sometimes chaotic, sometimes happy, sometimes disorienting forces that pull us apart, this is actually the sacred work. And through actions, very big and very small, you two have done so much to pull us together and teach us that when we come, when we do the work with love and discipline, it all comes together. It has a way of coming together. And so thank you so much. We're so grateful to you, to all the parents, many, many rehearsals. It took a lot in our community, within our community, to do this. To David Ward and the sound team, thank you so much. So much hard work. And of course, our great thanks to all the kids of USG for all your loving work and practice. Many thanks.
We did learn that Scott dresses like this when he goes to work. So that was an easy costume for him. But I do just want to say one more thing. The kids, you guys, you stood up and gave love and hope and joy to people tonight, and we really felt that, and we thank you. And thank you guys for your leadership. Thanks everybody involved.